Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Now welcome to my masterclass. What is this going to be about? Well, throughout my gaming experience in Rise of Kingdoms, you guys know that the talents have changed a lot. So I have the talents that everyone knows about. I have them on Discord, I have them on videos. Well, recently this is something that I always do. This is something that I always try in the game, and this is something that I always experience. This is how I spend a lot of my time. I keep trying. So in this masterclass, I'm actually going to show you the best talent builds and the best setups for Cavalry only. I'm focused mainly on legendaries. I will talk about epic as well, since I'm just going to cover Cavalry. But again, it's going to be mainly focused on legendaries. Right, yo, this is the reason I'm starting with Cavalry, because it's about Minamoto, and Minamoto has way too many utilities and way too many talent builds. If I tell you that I have a total of 8 talent builds for Minamoto, you'll probably go crazy and say, what is wrong with this guy? You are very true. Now, before I go any further, there's a couple of things I have to say in general about commanders. Since I'm talking about commanders, I prefer to cover like everything. There might be some players that didn't actually watch some of my previous video. So first of all, these are the two images. You need to know the star cost approximately for legendary and epics, and then you need to know the sculptures cost for your legendaries. Now, legendary commanders, I always advise them to keep them at 1 star until you max out the first skills. In very rare situation, it's worth to keep them at the 2nd star as well until you max out the 2nd skill. Minamoto can be one of them. The reason why is because he has Cavalry on the 2nd skill. Julius Caesar can be one of them. Double C, he needs a 3rd skill unlocked, because once you max out the 1st one, you need the 3rd one, which is the Cavalry one. So it depends on the commander, but usually the 1st skill, that is the main important skill of any legendary commander. Now you have the sculptures, now you have the legendary cost. Good luck, my friends. Another thing that I can say is that Minamoto is the cheapest legendary commander out there. Once you reach VIP 9, which is relatively easy to reach VIP 9, even as a non-spender, it costs you $200 approximately to buy all the VIP chests and max him out. This is the VIP chest that I'm talking about. So all you need is VIP 9. Once you obtain VIP 9, you'll be able to get the last special privileges and max out the skills of Minamoto. Now, this is the reason I'm also focusing this video on Minamoto as well, because he is that good and he has that many utilities. Right, yo, let's not wait any longer and let's just start the masterclass. First thing should I talk about is pairing. Who would I pair Minamoto? Well, Minamoto can make pairs with almost any Cavalry commanders you like. Usually, as a general thing about Cavalry, I always prefer commanders that have the skill and Cavalry in the same time. This so far proved to be the best results for Cavalry in terms of talent builds. Now you're probably saying, but what about Double C? Double C is made for mobility. If that's what you care about your Cavalry, then obviously Double C can have the fastest scavs in the game. Except Babers, except Belisarius for 10 seconds when he leaves the battle. So Belisarius for 10 seconds when he leaves the battle with the Kings of Mobility talent build, he is faster than Double C, but as an overall movement speed, Double C is moving much faster than Belisarius. My advice about Minamoto, as it is right now, I still suggest to make this pair, Minamoto and Double C. The reason why is that Double C is a little bit more accessible than Genghis Khan. As a pair has been proven, not by me, by other people told me that Minamoto and Genghis Khan, they can actually beat infantry, and they are very, very strong. They can beat almost anything. So Minamoto and Genghis Khan. But Genghis Khan is not so accessible. There's a handful of people, you probably can count them on your fingers, how many have Genghis Khan maxed out. So he is a very rare situation for now. But double C, you get him in the Warlord chest ambition, and you get him in the gold chest. So there's two ways you can obtain double C. While Genghis Khan, he's mostly in the wheel event. And then you have to spend universal sculpture. So it's much, much faster that you could make a pair like Minamoto double C, rather than make a pair Minamoto and Genghis Khan. If you can, that's how I would put them. Then, if you have a maxed out double C, you're probably wondering, well, how am I going to use my double C now, since he's maxed out? Well, the next pair that, in my belief, is probably gonna be the second best pair, or the best pair, is gonna be Saladin leading and double C as a second in command. But again, I haven't tested this pair, so it's little information I can offer you. It's just from my experience as a player. But Minamoto and double C, this is one pair that I have monitored in throughout my time in the game. So this is one pair that actually works. Now, the special thing that is gonna be about this masterclass, because you're probably wondering that I'm just talking about the commanders, is gonna be the talent builds. The moment you reach at maxed research, the moment most of the people have T5s, most of the people have level 60 commanders, the only difference there's gonna be between players and players is gonna be the talent builds. Now personally, I don't have any screenshot of Saladin when I will ever gonna get about his talents build, or I will definitely gonna make his talent build. But as I mentioned, I'm trying to focus this video on Minamoto or any cavalry that has skill and cavalry in their talent tree. Also, some of them have peacekeeping, which makes Minamoto very, very unique and very, very useful. That's why I have 8 talent builds for him. But because I've tried so many talent builds with him, in this particular video I'm just gonna show the best one. So this is how I would pair the legendary commanders, as there is 4 at the moment. If you ever manage to max them all 4, I would go with Minamoto and Genghis Khan, and I would go with Saladin leading and double C as a second in command. Minamoto and Genghis Khan, they both have cavalry and skill, so it's a little bit relevant which one is the main commander. Now let's get into the talents, because this is the main event of this video. Last time I used my cavalry on Legend Ronnie, my main account. This is the talent build that I had on my cavalry. Now this is one of the reasons, guys, because you probably asked me all in the live stream to show you my current talent builds. That's why I never showed it, because I already have uploaded 3 on my Discord, and if I would have shown people that I have like 5 extra build on top of that, everyone would have gone crazy and they would have not understand anything. That's why best way you can tell someone which is the best talent build is by testing it and by experiencing it. You need to test the behavior of the troops on the battlefield, and also you need to realize what is best for you. Me personally, I'm a fan of mobility. When it comes to cavalry, that is the main reason, that is the main thing that I care about my cavs. To be fast, so I can choose my own battles whenever I want and do damage in the same time. So this is one of my favorite builds that I have on my cavalry. This is my most of the time used cavs, because of the mobility. So I have clarity, I have all the skill damage that I need from the nuke tree or the skill tree. You can check that yourself. And then I have most of the stats that cavalry can get from the cavalry tree. So I'm covering so many points with all the talents that is just unreal. I also have all the march speed that I need. So I basically have in this build almost everything that you need. Only thing that you don't have is rage restoration, but you have the speed and you have the damage as everyone else. So this is one of my favorite talent builds. Everyone was complaining about rallying cry, and that's why I started exploring and testing various and different builds without rallying cry, or without, you know, missing a couple of things in the build. Now next one that I'm gonna pop up is gonna be the best one that I would say that is good for rallies. So you see, it's a little bit of a difference. So this is the one that I'm using like an all time because my cabs are really fast. And then this is one that I would suggest for rally cavalries. Well, if you plan to rally cities, because obviously you can rally cities with cavalry if that's what you want. You can rally objectives, or you just want to be very strong on the battlefield rather than be just fast. Well, this is the ultimate build that you can do on your calves if that's the thing that you care about on your calves. The only thing that you don't have is feral nature and rallying cry, but let's put a little bit in balance. Feral nature has 10% chance. Now what are the chances that feral nature will actually pop so much that it's worth investing 10 talent points to get it? You see over there it requires 2 on the skill tree. If you go, it requires 2, it requires 3 to unlock it, so that's 5, and another 5 to max it out. That's 10 talent points. So you spend 10 talent points to unlock feral nature just to have a chance for some extra rage. Well, is that actually gonna be worth it? I personally don't actually think so. Then you have rallying cry. Rallying cry is 10 seconds after you enter the battle. It grants you another 15% all damage. I have done the math, and many times, if double C doesn't increase the rage restoration, or if you don't have feral nature, you don't get enough rage to use the first skill in that time. So you don't benefit on that 15% all damage unless you're like full on the skill to have the feral nature and you have a maxed out double C and it procs the rage bonus from his 4th skill. There you go. So how is rallying cry actually useful? I find it very useless. So I've listened to everyone what people keep telling me and their concerns, and there you go, guys. I agree with you. Feral nature is not so great, and rallying cry is pretty useless. If they're gonna change it in the future, that's gonna be different. So again, this is the build that this is like the most defensive and the best rally cavalry build that I would find over there. You have the latent power, you have all the skill damage, you have rejuvenate, so you do have some rage restoration, and then you have everything that is very good from the cavalry tree. How about that? Now there is another talent build, but I personally I haven't used it much, I'll tell you the truth, so I probably not better to show that one. These are the 2 best talent builds that you can have on your cavalry. I prefer the mobility one like an all time. I want to have fast cabs. That's what cabs are made for. And I don't need double C to lead for that. I want Minamoto, so I can also have the skill and I have the damage. So it's the previous talent. That's the one I prefer the most. This is the second one. For people that, as I mentioned, they are not very handy with their fingers to just choose the battles they want to. People who just select all 5 marches and they go and attack somewhere, I recommend you this build. Now, as I mentioned that I focused so much on legendary commanders, and probably you're asking, can these builds be applied on epic commanders? Definitely. There's nothing wrong with epic commanders or this build. Epic commanders like, where is he? Pelagius, they have cavalry and skill. You cannot apply the first one because it's the peacekeeping, but you can apply the second one. Well, my Pelagius at the moment has the second build that I just showed you. So that's the build that my Pelagius has. So if you don't have the peacekeeping, it doesn't matter, you can use the second one. Then it goes Babers. It has cavalry and skills. Now probably wondering, well, Babers also has the conquering one. It does have the conquering one, but I will still prefer I will still prefer to rally, if I actually have to rally, with proper legendaries. Especially that Minamoto is not expensive, so definitely you're not gonna launch rallies with Babers. So conquering one, you know, just slash it down off the list. You have cavalry and skills, so you can use the second build that I just showed you. If there's gonna be, you know, legendary ones with conquering, then we can probably make some builds for that as well. But for now, I would suggest that these are the two main builds for cavalry that I just showed you. You can test them out, you can try them out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but this is what I'm using at the moment on my main account. Same is for Genghis Khan, cavalry and skill. He has versatility, but not that great. Again, I posted a picture on my Discord about Genghis Khan talent build. I actually would use that build on Genghis Khan. He needs all the rage he can. So if I would use Genghis Khan as a main commander, I would definitely try him first with the full skill. I would go with the full skill and then the rest of the cavalry build that I just done, and I posted it on my Discord. Now the problem is, if you pair Genghis Khan with Minamoto, you need the latent power. So you need the latent power from this build. You see, the latent power is that heart which is circled with yellow. So if you pair Genghis Khan with Minamoto, you definitely need the latent power. Now at that point, I think it would be better, even for Genghis Khan, to drop the feral nature and just go with this build, even for Genghis Khan at that point. Well, I hope, my friends, that you'll find very interesting this build, and I do hope that you'll find very interesting this masterclass that I'm trying to build and I'm trying to explain you about, because this is what I'm doing every time that I'm playing. I'm testing, I'm watching hundreds and hundreds of battle reports, you know, the behavior of the troops, the behavior of the commanders, going through hours and hours of battle logs. This is how I'm trying, and this is how I'm determining how the talent builds, or which are the talent builds or the best ones. You saw my videos, you see how well I'm performing in battles or in wars. So definitely these are really good. The next ones that are gonna be is definitely gonna be infantry. I'm definitely gonna talk about archers as well. I'm definitely gonna talk about sieging and defending cities. So there's gonna be specific masterclass for all of them. Right, yo. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Peace out, yo, and take care.